Now, as non-essential retailers remain closed under level 5 restrictions, everybody is being urged to look to local retailers when shopping online between now and Christmas in a bid to provide much needed support for the local economy. And that's why Guaranteed Irish launched their brand new gift website last weekend in a bid to drive customers towards online businesses. Now, joining us in studio with more is the CEO of Guaranteed Irish, Brid O'Connell, and via Skype we have Emma-Jane Leeson of Johnny Margery Books and David Sammon, Sales Director of Torc Candles. Now, we'll come to Emma-Jane and David in a minute. Brid, lovely to have you here this morning.
Thanks for having me.
This shop local message is really being pushed at the minute, and it's so important with retailers being closed. Where did this idea for you guys in Guaranteed Irish come along?
Well, the idea came actually from the marketplace themselves. The consumers, both the corporates and the independent consumers, kept emailing us saying, where can we buy Irish during COVID? And we thought, you know, they don't want to buy on Amazon. They specifically outlined that. They wanted to support local Irish businesses and they wanted to support the communities in which they're based. So for large corporates to be asking us that, we thought there's a real gap in the market here. And also the consumers have now demonstrated, as a result of COVID-1, if you like, their desire and only choice to shop was online. So 80% of consumers here in Ireland are doing their online shopping now, and the big swing is back towards buying from Irish businesses. And the Irish businesses that we're trying to promote are those with Guaranteed Irish, and we launched guaranteedirishgifts.ie as a portal to pull all those businesses and all those opportunities for people to support.
Yeah, well, that's what I've seen, because on Google search, Shop Local Ireland is up 540%. And I had a look at your website, and what I like about it is it's got different, you can look at locations and you can look at categories, and that's something for people living, say, in Monaghan. They want to shop in a local area to help that, and that's something I think is very important for your website.
Very important, but the consumer wants to connect with an authentic experience, so they have that with the Guaranteed Irish mark on every website that they're going to. And more importantly, they want to give back to their own and local community, because those businesses, 1, 2, 3-man bands, some of them are only, are actually supporting their own jobs. They're buying from somebody in the same mindset who's also supporting Irish, and the cycle goes on. So it's the whole circular economy, and it's about keeping businesses opened, which are really on their knees, Tommy, and keeping people in jobs, which are very scarce at the moment. So let's make sure we really try, look out for the G, look out for Shop Local and support your local shop. In fact, I'm actually wearing Irish today. I'm deliberately doing it.
I'd like to add you and me both.
Well done. And a big shout out to Paula's boutique in Malahide, who actually sorted me out with supplying Irish brand designers here in Ireland, which isn't that easy to get. So another push I would urge retailers out there is to try and stock Irish producers or makers, be it food, clothes, design, jewellery, makeup, cosmetics. Make sure they do and try and shop Irish.
Try and keep that money in Ireland is so important. Can I just ask you quickly, because I'm sure a lot of people are watching now, how do they get onto this website?
Well, it's very easy. Guaranteed Irish have put on extra resources to speed the whole process up. There is an appraisals process you must go through, and that keeps the standard of the Guaranteed Irish G very good. Normally it takes a month. We've it down to 7 days. So we have extra resources. So if people contact info at Guaranteed Irish today and they get their application in today, which is a very fast process, they'll be up in 7 days. Plenty of time for the shopping. And remember, Black Friday is upon us as well. So it's not just about Christmas. We need to get in there before the end of November and get everybody and as many people up online as possible. And the authentic Irish Christmas. And we have a challenge today for you, Tommy.
Well, we'll come back to it. Let me go to David first. Let's go to David from Torc Candles. Good morning, David.
Good morning, Tommy. How are you?
Great, thank you. How have you been coping? Crazy times at the minute. I'm sure it's very hard for you with your candle company. You're on this website, but how are you coping?
It's been very challenging since March, because obviously we've had to put in place so many new procedures within the factory to make sure that our staff are safe and can work in a safe environment as possible. We've been able to do that. You know, everybody has been wearing masks since March. We visors, we hand sanitize. We're doing everything that we can. And to date, we haven't had any issues in the factory, which is great. And we haven't had to let anybody go. We've maintained our workforce and we've kept ourselves busy. Certain sectors within our market have taken a hammering, like the catering, the hospitality. You know, that's suffered badly. And obviously the religious end, we supply churches, not just in Ireland, but across Europe as well. And that has taken a hammering. But other areas, have grown, and we do a lot of business both in Ireland and the UK, and that has maintained its levels through the summer, which has been great.
David, you mentioned there that you haven't had to let anybody go yet, but you've had to invest in getting set up for PPE and so many other measures. What sort of supports have been out there for SMEs, and do you need more?
Yes, obviously more supports would help, but from our point of view, any support that we look from be it local enterprise bodies or national bodies, it was there for us. So we've been able to source all the PPE material that we needed. For us, we weren't directly impacted to the same extent that retailers, let's say, or the hospitality trade, the hotel trade. It wasn't as bad for us as it was for them.
Okay. And
our order book is full to the end of the year, and obviously, once we can keep everybody safe, we'll continue to trade.
You have found things are quite good for you. Your order book is full. So for a lot of retailers who are watching this, who are literally hanging on by their fingernails, I mean, has this website helped? What other things do you feel that these retailers can do that can really try and drive people to shop local?
Well, the one message I would like to get across this morning would be that, people sitting at home watching this, if they can think regionally, first of all, so think of your local town, think of your local city, and support the retailers there. They all have really good online offers. There is national retailers as well that have really good online offers, but think local, first of all, because when all this is over, when the pandemic, please God, is behind us as soon as possible, we need those retailers to be there. The high street in your town, your local town, you need all these stores and you need to be supporting them. So now is the time to do it. Now is the time to look first at their online offer and support them.
Yeah, it's a message that I keep saying, that people who are playing Gaelic football are looking for local raffle tickets sold. Amazon and Google don't sponsor the front of those jerseys. It's a local butcher's, a local supermarket. So it's important. They have helped us in the past. We have to help them as well. Thank you very much for coming on board with us this morning, David, and all the best for Christmas. Brid,
thanks very much, Tommy.
What messages out there are you getting from retailers, and how difficult are the circumstances for some of them at the minute?
Well, they're certainly holding on by their fingertips for the most part. And the big drive, I suppose, with guaranteedirishgifts.ie website is to say that all the money goes to the maker and the provider and the producer. There's no commission, and it's deliberately done there just to help those guys stay afloat until we get through the pandemic, as
So you're a non-profit organisation?
Absolutely. So the objective is to put money straight into that producer's pocket. So let's try and help the candle maker, the food producer, the craft beer maker. And there's so many choices now. We've come a long way. We're a clever nation. We're making nice products and we're giving great opportunities.
There's no doubt about that. Quickly, I just got to get across to Emma Jane now. I think she's joined us from Johnny Margery Books. Good morning, Emma Jane. Thank you for joining us. Can you explain to me, how has business been? Obviously, I can only imagine how difficult it is at the minute.
Yeah, so I suppose we're a relatively new business. So the rug was pulled underneath us anyway with the pandemic, and when all the schools shut, and then obviously we lost all of our events like Bloom and Kaleidoscope and all of that kind of stuff. But we knuckled down pretty quickly, and with the help of the Kildare Leo and then support from Guaranteed Irish and I suppose the other kind of organisations like that, we got online. So our social media has been great. We're doing loads of free stuff for kids and getting them outside exploring, and Johnny Magory is helping them all. So it's been tough, but a life-changing experience.
Yeah, absolutely. It's about adapting, though. That's the key thing for every business out there.
Absolutely. Yeah. So I suppose kind of my background is HR in the likes of Kerry Group last. So kind of had that skill set there to get us online, start bringing our heritage and wildlife workshops online and our writing workshops. So that definitely helped, but big adaptation. And myself and Amanda here in the office then are just trying every day, I suppose, to get the word out there and to keep going.
And listen, you're competing with huge retailers, the likes of Amazon. What message have you got to people at home watching this, where they might find it a little bit cheaper on Amazon, but they are supporting Irish people by shopping on your local websites, on Guaranteed Irish Gifts website as well?
Yeah, so our biggest message and the biggest, I suppose, thing that defines us is our GI on the back of every single one of our books. So we have a little ecosystem going. So it might be just, I suppose, the two of us in the business, but we're supporting our fulfillment centre in Naas, and then we've got like our packaging company in Donegal and in Dublin, and our printers are in Mayo, so absolutely every single thing that we do along every single part of our supply chain is Irish. So that's the bigger thing. It's not just myself and Amanda here.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm sure you're working very hard. Emma Jane, thank you very much for joining us. David, thank you very much for joining us. Brid, one final word.
For every €100 we spend with guaranteedirishgifts.ie, it throws €500 further into the economy. So do remember to shop at home this year.
Wow.
Keep the money at home. And the final word is the challenge I was talking to you about earlier.
Yes.
Please, everybody out there, buy one Guaranteed Irish gift this year. It will make such a difference.
Absolutely. Please try and shop local. I think that is a huge message for everybody at the minute. Thank you very much, Brid, for joining us.